Hey, welcome back to Release Your Inner Power and Ways to Boost Your Week with Ignited Decisions. I'm your host, Shauna B, your life reinvention and empowerment coach, here to help you take control of your life, one decision at a time. Today, we're tackling a topic that can feel very overwhelming, but it is so important. Managing your family's finances in this go, do world. If you've ever felt like money comes and goes faster than you can actually say, where did my paycheck go? This episode is for you. I get it. I've been there more than once. Between grocery bills and school things and random Amazon orders that somehow keep showing up at my door, keeping track of your family's finances can feel like chasing a toddler around with a permanent marker that got done drawing you a picture on your wall. So today, my friend, I've got practical tips, real life stories, and simple tools to help you get a grip on your money without stressing out and feeling like a crazy person. So a couple of years ago, I had a moment that made me realize that I need to rethink this whole money finances situation. I went to the grocery store with a quick list of, like the essentials: milk, eggs, bread, peanut butter, things like that. And the next thing that I knew, I'm checking out and the total was over $250. Anyone else? It was $250. What the heck did I even buy and for what? It's like running to Target for a couple of those things, right? And suddenly you have a half or a full cart of things that you can give yourself 10 reasons why you needed it, or it's a good idea to buy it right now because, insert whatever your reason is here. You almost need to take someone with you like a wingman to say, okay, we have what we came for, so let's go. Am I right? I'm back to the $250. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm the only one who needs a wingman in Target, but I'm telling you right now, it can get pretty crazy up in there when you go in for the three things and you come out with a cart full. So $250. That was the moment that I knew I needed some type of a game plan on where my money is actually going, and then move to that plan. Tip number 1, we're going to create a spending snapshot here. So before you start making big budget moves, you need to know where your money is going. So for 1 month, track everything. And yes, even the $6 latte, trust, okay? You can use an app like Mint or YNAB, which is You Need a Budget. I freaking love my YNAB and I've been using it for years, side note. Or even a simple notebook and the classic pen and paper, right? Seeing the numbers in black and white is a total wake-up call to know where your spending is, how you are spending. There will be moments of, oh my God, I spent that much on coffee this week? Are you friggin' kidding me? Or whatever your thing is. It's good to see all of this. It gives you a lot of information that you can work with on this, okay? So there could also be things in your finances and budget that you might have forgotten for. What I mean by that is when you have things automatically taken out of your account and you don't see it on a regular basis, it kind of gets forgotten. You know what I'm saying? So you could be auto paying for things that you may not even use anymore or have completely forgotten about. I have a friend of mine, let's call her Lisa, was always wondering why she felt like she had no money, living paycheck to paycheck to paycheck kind of life, like counting down the days till her next paycheck. She decided to sit down and review looking at her bank statements and looking at her transactions and see where her money is going. Where is the money going? And it turns out she was paying for 5 different streaming services when she barely watches TV. She had a meal subscription that she never even used, and a gym membership that she had not stepped foot in for 6 months. That's like well over $100 a month, just boop, gone. Just gone. Which leads me to tip number 2. Cut them off. Cut them off. So go through these subscriptions and auto pay charges and ask yourself, do I actually use this? And if it's no, or if it has been 6 months, cancel it today. It could end up adding up to over $100 or more back into your pocket each month. Oh, but then there could be the unexpected mishap that could be happening in your life, right? I have a friend one time that had a sudden $800 car repair and called me freaking out because she had no emergency money. She had no emergency fund. She had to put it all on a credit card, which of course led to more stress because now she's got to pay the credit card, interest rate and extra stuff in there, right? Because of all the bills that she was paying, she didn't know how she was going to come up with extra money to pay off this $800 add-on to this credit card for this unexpected car repair. After talking it through with her for a little bit, I told her about an emergency fund that I saved up a little for each month to have in my bank account just in case. And it took me a while to get there. All I did was take a small amount each paycheck, set it aside for my emergency fund to not touch until I got to the number that I wanted it to be. I cannot tell you how awesome it felt when my brakes went out last fall and I already had the money in my account to pay for these brakes. There was no freaking out. There's no problem solving or moving money around on how I was even going to get this money in the first place. And it felt freaking awesome. So tip number 3 is building an emergency fund, even if it is small. You don't need to save thousands and thousands of dollars ASAP overnight. Start with a goal of $500. That alone can cover a lot of unexpected expenses, medical bills, smaller car repairs, little things like that. And that alone is such a relief when something comes up. You don't have to figure out all of that stuff. Think of how much, if you don't have it right now, that's fine. That's fine. You can work up to it. Think of how much you can do each paycheck to put away into an account, right? If it's $10, if it's $15, if it's $5, whatever that is, each paycheck, put it away until that reaches $500. Leave that alone until it reaches $500. If you want to raise it later because $500 isn't enough for you, then do that. But just start with something that is not going to overwhelm you each paycheck and that you can get to. Okay? The other thing that I needed in my life was money set aside for fun, whether it's my own personal recharge trips or family trips. Maybe it could just be doing something fun with a family, like going out to dinner at your favorite place. Maybe trying something new, like an escape room with everybody, or the big time vacation that you've been dreaming about with your family for 2 years of going to maybe Hawaii or somewhere else, right? Will bring me to my final tip. So save for the fun fund. Have a fun fund that you can save for too. Because listen, I am not here to tell you to stop enjoying life and to be working all the time and doing all the overtime to stress yourself out more, possibly, right? A budget shouldn't feel like a punishment. That's why I always suggest to save for the fun fund, even if it's just like $25 a month, $20 a month, or paycheck, whichever you prefer to do. Because guilt-free spending is what keeps you motivated to keep using this budget and having the money for those unexpected things that need to be fixed, or that little weekend vacation getaway with the family, while being able to pay the bills and not feeling stressed out about where the heck this money is coming from, or if you even have the money, is such a huge weight lifted off of your shoulders. And it feels like you can do so much more when you pay for that unexpected thing, when you pay for that amazing vacation or pay for that weekend getaway, and all your bills are paid and you're not stretching yourself crazy. It's so much sweeter. It's just so much easier, so much more smooth. So, all right, my friends, that is my tips for today's episode. And I want to kind of swoop it into a little package for you to remind you of what they are, because managing your finances doesn't have to be overwhelming. Here are the keys or the tips to doing so. Track your spending to know where it's going so you can come up with a plan. Gather all that information in so you know what to do next with it. Cut those money leaks out. Cut them out. Get rid of all those unused subscriptions. It will add up so quickly once you get that money back in your pocket. Build a small emergency fund to start, a little piece by piece until you get there, and just leave it alone. Don't touch it. If you want to make it bigger, you can do that. Have regular money check-ins. Regular money check-ins. I do mine after payday. My payday, I run my budget, do my money check-in, see what I need to shift and change. And then give yourself a little bit of permission here to enjoy your money. That's why we're making it here, is to also enjoy, not work just to pay the bills, or work just to do all the business responsibility stuff. Enjoy your money too. Spend it a little bit with the fun fund. Then you don't have to worry about none of that other stuff, right? So I challenge you this week to pick one of these tips and put it into action. Let me know how it goes. Let me know how these tips go with you. If you loved this episode and it was helpful for you, or know somebody that it could help, share it with a friend. And don't forget to subscribe and leave a review. It helps more women like you get the tools that they need to take charge of their lives. So until next time, keep making those ignited decisions and taking control of your life. You got this. Thank you for listening to today's episode. I hope you enjoyed the conversation, learned something new, or got some gems to take away that will boost your week. I release a new episode each week, so make sure to click that follow button to not miss what is coming next. If you love the show or want to share a story, send me a quick message. I love hearing from listeners. If you know someone who needs this episode in their life, go ahead and share it with them. I'm sure they would love you for it. If you are looking to connect more, check out the show notes for all the social links, my website. I would love to hear how this episode helped you and what you loved about it. If there's a topic you want to hear about, send that too. All right, ladies, now is the time to release your inner power. If you're ready to break free from burnout and create a life that actually feels good, I've got you covered. You can work with me in a few ways. Join my monthly membership for ongoing support, dive into my workshops for quick breakthroughs, book coaching sessions for personalized guidance, or go all in with my Revive and Recharge Your Life coaching program to build a foundation for lasting change. No matter where you are on your journey, there is a path for you, my friend. Let's get started. DM me or check the link in the show notes to get more information.